Eldridge was now, you know, in the Black Panther Party. Then after Bobby Hutton's, see, that's why I would say it was 1967. Because we look at 1967, because Bobby Hutton and Huey, that was the fall of 1967. And Eldridge fled, Huey was in in jail, and the party began to kind of like, on the one hand, begin to expand in some way, and all that. You find it.
I'll find it.
You'll find it. What else we got, Ray?
Thank you so much.
That's it.
Yeah, we've got to call it. Thank you guys.
But I think we hopefully we talk about the history around here, but how important the tapes are is I think is important, and that's the reason why I began to kind of say, because it has an opportunity for us to kind of go through this, look through this, look back, and the first thing I want to say to young people, or not all young people, that this process, what was that? Oh, it was 1969. I'm sorry. There you go, man. Do you know?
I never wanted to be able to say I told you something, Daddy.
I need that.
No, but I was there.
You were right. You were there. Okay, you were there.
Yeah.
Okay, you were there. I just, for some reason, it became. So this is well after the party had now grown its notoriety. There it is. Right. For some reason, I thought it was. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. But this is kind of what we want to talk about in terms of, you know, the contradictions that men and women, young men and people who address there, and the way in which they analyze and the approach they use in understanding those contradictions and addressing those contradictions are different than the contradictions that young people face now. They're not the same. As I use this term, as Paul Robeson once said, each generation makes its own history, and they'll be judged by that history they make. So in terms of for young people, notice the faces that you see. A Stokely Carmichael at 25. And all these are under 30. Angela Davis at 28, something like that. All these faces that you see at that particular point, these are the faces that begin to try to articulate, understand what is happening. Understand. And when weren't afraid and heroic to say what is happening, just as heroic as Dr. King was in 1967 at Riverside Church. He began to say that to connect war to materialism, to racism, to poverty, all in the same way. We're going to have to make the same connection. You know, whether we have a black president or not, we're going to have to make the same connection. Whether Republican in the White House or Democrat in the White House, we're going to make the same connection. It's important for young people to kind of understand that, okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.